Hi, and thanks for your interest in doing this task for me. I'm going to take you through the instructions on how to perform the task. I hope you'll find it to be very easy. The the main purpose of this is to transfer the information from this PDF. And I'm actually going to give you, there's 4 pages on this PDF. I'm going to give you about, I think, another 13 PDFs that have very similar information on them. And it's really just moving or doing the data entry from this table over to a new table in a Google Sheet. So let's take a look at the task a little bit closer. So this is the Google Sheet, and I've started the process for you a little bit by providing you with the structure of the Google Sheet that you'll need to use. So what you'll notice about the structure is that each of the PDFs that I'm going to give you represent 1 week of a 14-week exercise training program. So this is week 1, day 1. So the next page is week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3, and week 1, day 4. You don't have to worry about any of this other information. It says phase 1, adaptation, speed, absolute strength, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just worry about week 1, day 1, week 2, day 2, etc. So you'll see over here, I've built that same structure, week 1, day 1, week 1, day 2, week 1, day 3. Okay. And so again, all you're really going to do here is take this information and move it over to here. So I'll show you each row, each time right underneath where it says speed and agility, you should always have warm up and stretch for 10 minutes. So that you should always have. But the next line under that will start here, right here with the first underlined word. So this one says pogo jumps 2 times 10 seconds. Okay. So we're going to take that information, as I have already done, and we're just going to type it over here, pogo jumps. The first number is always your number of sets, so that's going to be column B. And then the second number and words that comes after this little X here is going to be the reps. So you can see here, it actually should say 10 seconds. Okay. And then column D is it says video. So this this word here is hyperlinked. And if you click on it, or you right click on it, you're just going to copy the address, click over here and paste it. Okay. So you're going to do 4 things with each of these lines. You're going to take the title or the word and put it here in column A. The first number is your column B. And the second piece of information is column C. And then you're going to copy and paste the video over to here. So I'll do one more for you. Lateral pogo jumps. There's 2 sets. And then this should say 10. I'm going to abbreviate yards like this. Yards each direction. And then I'm going to click on the link. You can do it one of 2 ways. You can right click on the link and copy it, or you can click through and then copy it from the address bar up here, which I've done there. And you're going to paste it there. And then you can simply just hit back to go back to the list. And then the next one down here, which is missing, I've already done some of this for you, as you can see. So this one should be line hops 2 times 10 seconds. And then let's grab a link. Copy link address and paste. Okay, and then the next one down, it looks like we're missing another one here, so I'm just going to add it. Lateral line hops 2 times 10 seconds. And then let's get that video. Looks like that time I clicked through. I'll go back and then paste over here. Okay. So that is as complicated as this gets. So you can see here I've done lateral line hops, and then I've also already done squat jumps, power skips, and power bounds. And so those are already done, but I didn't put the video in. The only difference here, I did this a little bit different. I split up the height and the distance. You don't have to do that. I just did it because I think it was just a little bit easier to read for my athletes. But if you're doing this correctly, it should say power skips for, right, 20 yards and then 2 height. To distance. Okay, so we'll just do that so it looks right. I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to delete that off. I'll delete this one. And that way this one's the same way. 20 yards, 2 height, 2 distance. Okay. And then the only thing that's missing now are the videos. So I just have to move the videos over. Okay. So, so you'll notice on here, there's 2 sections under every week. So here's week 1, day 1, and it says speed and agility, and then strength in gray. Week 1, day 2, speed and agility, strength. Week 1, day 3, strength and speed and agility. So you're going to put this information here. Always the first section will go under speed and agility. Just the first section goes under speed and agility. Everything else where it says strength, build, trunk, that's going to go as line items under here. You don't have to put the headers separate. You just take bench press like this. I eliminated that one, but incline, neutral press, overhead press, barbell row, tricep extension, hammer curls, plank. This should say plank. Okay, some of this looks a little bit different. Don't worry about that. I just made some changes. But all of these ended up here under strength. So let's look at day 1, or week 1, day 2. Okay, week 1, day 2, the first section goes under speed and agility. So you can see there's three items here, 1, 2, 3. And I put the video in already, and the reps and the sets, and then everything else is going to go under strength. So we've got trap bar deadlift, monster walk, dumbbell step-ups, hamstring curls, calf raises, side plank, and then it says bent bar bicep curl, but I added that. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so the key thing to remember there is just that the whatever's in the top here is going to go under speed and agility, and then everything else will go under strength. And you don't have to worry about these headers. Okay, and then here's day 3 and day 4. So I have not done day 3 or day 4 on here. I just copied and pasted, this first one just to show you the structure. So you will have to go through day 3 and day 4 and just double check and make sure that these ones are have accurate information in them. And then the last thing that I'll show you here is that you'll notice here that under pogo jumps, we put the video, but a little bit further down here, we have pogo jumps again. You don't have to put the video again because we've already put the video in here once. Same thing with lateral pogo jumps. You'll see it's here. You don't have to put the video there if you've already done the video somewhere else on another sheet. Okay. So that way you don't have to do double work. So don't worry about putting a video in as a link if you've already put the video in somewhere else. Okay, well, I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. The other thing that I'll tell you is, like I said, I'm going to be sending you about 13 or 14 weeks. So week 2 here, I just, again, kind of copied and pasted week 1. So the structure is there, but you'll have to add in all the appropriate items, just so you know. So I'll go ahead and I'll make these tabs for you, but you'll have to fill in all of the information.